Back more Once Upon a Time. This is episode 13 of season 3, and I'm very excited to carry on with the season. I've entered the second half, really kicked things off with this new kind of mini arc, I guess, as part of the season. Because most of the characters are back in the Enchanted Forest, and now we seemingly have a new big bad in the Wicked Witch of the West, which is really, really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with her as like a villain for the show. So that got me very, very excited because I really enjoyed the last episode a lot. Emma was engaged to a monkey, a flying monkey. It's an important distinction, which was kind of crazy, but in a good way. Not for Emma, but you know, yeah, that was kind of nuts. And then Hook showed up, she got her memories back, and now they've gone back to Storybrooke because everyone got returned because of a curse. Like they've just like forgotten the past year of their lives, and Henry's still none the wiser about what's actually going on. He still doesn't have his memories, so it's all very, very exciting stuff as we kind of really enter the second half of the season. I can't wait to see what they're going to do because I'm very, very excited about where all this is going. Because it's no secret that I'm absolutely loving this season so far, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the next one.
Look at all the things. Onyx.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
You're thinking about Henry, aren't you? I'm always thinking about Henry.
Same. I mean, is he drinking enough? Is he doing okay? Oh, nice. Aw, give it to the kid.
Now you have a new toy. Thank you.
I think you'll find a way to thank her properly.
How did you know to find Emma and come to Storybrooke?
As I was sailing the realms, a bird landed on my ship's wheel, with a note instructing me to retrieve Emma and bring her back here.
Oh.
Ever since we woke up, people have begun disappearing.
Whoever cursed us is picking us off.
This isn't a personal vendetta. Shocking.
Yeah.
Ours aside, we stick to the original
That is
plan.
probably a first.
Then attack.
This is David and Mary Margaret. Are you helping my mom with the case?
Oh.
If I wanted my son back, do you think I'd put myself through this kind of torture? I cast curses to hurt other people, not myself.
Maybe so.
Oh. Oh, John. So that's how people are going missing then.
It sounds a lot like the monster that attacked me in New York.
Yeah, monster you're gonna marry.
Who's the only one who ever did anything like this before? The evil queen!
Alright, guys.
I'm innocent.
Yes, that's what you said before, but now I'm wondering if I believe you.
Don't come any
What?
closer.
I feel like this is part of Emma's plan, maybe? I don't know. That seemed quite a sudden change.
We can't let her get away.
Oh! Oh! Evil! Oh.
You saved him.
Ah. He's a man of honour.
Who's that honor?
You're an evil queen and a soft spot for children.
Don't get in my way.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Okay, I like those two. I'm on board. Make out.
An earthquake?
So do you think they bought it?
Yeah, I think I did.
Good.
Had to be a plot.
Now let's figure out who really cursed the stone.
I like them teaming up. I'm excited.
You believe I didn't cast that curse? I know that wasn't easy for you.
Sure it was. I knew you were telling the truth. You didn't do it.
Even though you know I can't live without it.
Here you go, telling the truth again.
Ah. Be best friends forever.
After our boy was born, I inadvertently put her in harm's way during the job.
Oh.
It's my fault. Like I said, I own my mistakes.
Oh dear. That's going to be a tragic flashback episode, isn't it?
Perhaps you left it unlocked.
I sealed it with blood magic. I'm the only one who can open it.
Did you know there's something called a cradle cat? Please get it on their heads. It's a crusty, yellow, greasy, scaly skin rash.
You know, it goes away. It doesn't hurt the baby. Doesn't? Babies are stronger than
You've even got the necklace that just says, I'm evil.
You're Snow White, aren't you?
Who were you back in our land?
Oh. No one you'd remember. I was a midwife.
Really?
Mm-hmm. My name's Zelina. But I've seen a lot of new mothers.
Zelina Gomez?
Don't worry. You'll learn quickly.
Maybe you could give me some advice? I have been turning...
Yeah, she's trying to worm her way into this family now. Piss off.
Help is Snow White with her baby.
Do you want the baby?
I can't think of anything that would make me happier.
What is that? Nothing that concerns you.
I won't ask you again. What is that?
How dare you threaten me in my own castle?
Oh.
Do you use it on the witch?
The witch? I don't care about her.
Then who do you plan to use it on?
Don't worry. No one you'll miss. No one anyone will miss.
Oh, herself?
This curse can be broken by the only true love in my life.
But he's like her soulmate, right? So he could kiss and wake her up. Maybe.
We just need to get the word out that you're close to making all this work. I know Jesse to tell.
Big news, everything! Emma found Regina. We'll know exactly who did this to us.
Leaving immediately is quite suspicious, but okay. What the? I'm hoping that's a tail, otherwise you definitely need to see a doctor. Is he turning into a monkey? Oh no. Little John is a little gone.
Does he have friends? So who are friends? Henry. Does he have any friends in New York? Yeah. He has a lot of friends. No girlfriends yet, at least not that I know about. So he's happy. His life is good there. Yeah.
Aww.
I didn't come back because of that. And I know what he would say.
Yeah,
A hero would come back.
he'd want to help if he knew.
He would say that.
Are you sure you don't want to meet him? Or if you just tell him you're an old friend, like Mary, Margaret, and David?
Aww.
It'd be too hard.
I like that she's offering that to her though.
I can't imagine. I seal the room with a blood lock. It can keep you out or it can keep you in.
Yeah, but there was a bloodlock in the castle. Is she related to Regina then? Because it's like blood magic? And she can break through it? Or is she just like really powerful? Is she gonna be like Regina's second cousin once removed or some shit?
It's down!
It's here!
I'm sorry, Henry.
Don't be sorry.
What's better with me, do you think? I think you never should have left off.
So much bitchiness.
The truth about us, Regina. What are you talking
They're related.
about? How do you know my mother?
She's her mother too.
The same way you do. I'm your sister.
This fucking family tree, man. Jesus.
Actually, half sister, but
You're green.
and you're rude.
Yep.
Laura had me first, but our paths both crossed.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, of course.
You knew Rumpelstiltskin.
Or did you think you were his only student?
So you are going to kill me.
No, it's too easy. For me to get what I want, I need you to suffer. You see, what's in
It's the
store
classic villain thing.
is all my dreams being...
Bring it, Greenie.
Oh. So much sass. Oh. Oh my god.
I just needed to find something to live for.
And you found it? What?
The one thing I haven't had in a very long time. Someone to destroy.
Classic Regina. They live in number 3. How have I never noticed that? 3's my favourite number.
I hear you like school. That you're good at English.
Yeah.
I was good at English.
She told you all this.
My son.
It was nice meeting you.
Oh.
They're being turned into flying monkeys.
Yes, he took on similar form. The other bombs.
As you do. Oh, who have you got down here?
Hungry. You never should have brought me back.
Yes! Yes! That was rude, but yes!
You see the madness in it feeds on you.
Oh, is he not all there?
You see the madness in it feeds on you.
Okay. I'm excited, but that was weird. Okay, that was an amazing episode. Again, I loved it. I'm so excited to see where they take all of this, especially with that ending. Holy fuck. I assumed he was going to come back. But when he wasn't in the last one, I was like, okay, maybe it's going to be a little while before maybe they bring him back into it. Because I didn't think he was done, you know. You don't have Robert Carlyle in the show, then kill him off. You know, like, get rid of him because he's just too good. You have to keep him around, unless he wanted to leave. But clearly that wasn't the case. And yeah, I'm so excited. So, I don't know what. Zelina Gomez. I don't know what her plan is with him and what she needs him for or anything. But I almost love her for the fact that she has brought him back. That's really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing and learning a bit more about how she did that and what her big plan is really in Storybrooke with him. And learning more about that hopefully very, very soon. That'd be really, really cool. And to see everyone's reactions to finding out that he's still alive. And he didn't seem very Mr. Goldie. He seemed very Rumple-y. So I'm not sure it's even Mr. Gold who's come back. It might be maybe something a little bit different or a bit kookier or whatever. Which would be interesting to see them kind of explore that a bit more, you know. He's been brought back, but at what cost, you know? Is it exactly the same guy? It didn't seem to be. So I'm very, very excited to see what they do with this whole kind of thing now and what Zelina's big game plan is with Rumple. But I'm so excited he's back. That's really, really cool. Really nice surprise there at the end. Yeah, that's very, very exciting for the future. And yeah, I loved the rest of the episode as well. I thought it was very, very well done. I liked the idea of like loss that kind of ran through the episode. We talked a lot about people losing their mothers, particularly. We had, you know, Robin talking about his wife dying, Marion, and therefore his son losing his mother. Regina was talking about losing, obviously, Cora, and Zelina was talking about the same thing. And then in turn, there's also Regina losing Henry and talking about, you know, the effect that had on her. And also everyone's loss of memories. So that was kind of a big deal in this episode, like the idea of loss and the potential of gaining it back, as we saw with Rumple coming back at the end. And, you know, Henry, of course, he's going to get his memories back at some point and remember Regina and all that, but it's still very, very well done, still very painful to kind of see her suffer in that way. And I would have eaten it up in season 1 to see Regina kind of suffer in that way. And now I'm just like, it shows how far she's come and how crazy her character development has been. Her and Emma, like how far those two have come since their relationship in season 1. Like the fact that they worked together to try and work out what was going on and who was behind the curse. Them kind of staging that confrontation in in like the main hall or whatever it was, town hall, to try and get people off the scent that they would be working together. Very, very clever. I really liked that they kind of worked that out, and Emma really trusted Regina a lot. They can have like casual conversations like at the stakeout. They can find things to bond over now. Emma still, you know, gave Regina the chance to at least interact with Henry, even if he doesn't remember her, you know, because that might help her and stuff like that. The fact that she let that happen as well. And the fact that Regina's not like holding it against Emma almost, that she got this life with Henry, even though that's what she thought, you know, that's what she gave them. She could have easily gone back on that now that they've returned to Storybrooke and thinking, you know, you've ruined this opportunity with the life I gave you, and maybe held that against her, but she didn't. I love that. They've just both come so far on their own and together in their relationship with each other. I just love that, and I hope they continue to explore that a lot more. In a similar way to what they've been doing with Mary Margaret and Regina. You know, they're on a lot better terms now, and they do seem to kind of care about each other, which I really, really like. And we had a few people kind of showing concern for Regina in this episode, which I enjoyed. You know, Ruby, not, you know, she did say, like, if she wasn't, or didn't try to kill me or whatever, I would almost care about her, but I feel like she does. And of course, Robin showed a lot of care for her in the flashbacks, and didn't want her to go through putting the sleeping curse on herself. I really liked that, and how all that played out, and the confrontation between Regina and Zelina as well. That whole scene between them just bitching out, loved it. And the fact that that gave Regina that spark she needed and something to live for, because it gave her an arch enemy again. I love that. A very Regina thing to get excited over, having an arch enemy. So I really, really enjoyed that. The fact that this kind of gave her that spark back, and hopefully remembering that in Storybrooke times now will give Regina that spark she needed again, and that determination to work even harder with Emma to kind of bring Zelina down and work out what's going on. So I'm very, very excited about all of that. I just love how far these characters have come, particularly Regina and Emma together. I love how they kind of really highlight that in this episode, and just seeing them get along is just so wholesome, you know, after how antagonistic mainly season 1 was, but a bit of season 2 as well at times. It's just very, very wholesome, and I love that. What else? I also just like seeing like the general people in Storybrooke and this mystery surrounding them and the flying monkeys and all that. The fact that Zelina's managed to cause chaos on quite a grand scale, and it seems like all of Storybrooke's in danger. It's like previous curses and stuff. It was more a very personal thing, you know. Everyone kind of got caught in the crossfire of Regina's hatred for Snow White and Prince Charming. And it was very personal kind of stakes a lot of the time in these like antagonistic relationships. And we still do kind of have that now with this connection between Regina and Zelina. But in terms of what Zelina's done, you know, the whole town is kind of scared of like being taken by the flying monkeys or turned into them, whatever. So what she's achieved in that sense is quite a nice sense of scale. And obviously with the Peter Pan thing, it was a very personal relationship as well, because he needed Henry, and obviously he was the father of Rumpel, stuff like that. And if Rumpel can be brought back, can you bring Peter Pan back, please? Please, I need it in my heart. So yeah, I really like seeing more of Zelina now that she's got a name, the Wicked Witch. I really like her as a villain. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with that, especially with the added layer of she's Regina's half-sister. I kind of figured they'd be related when they first introduced a Bloodlock, and like, oh, how did they get through it? And then they just kind of glossed over it. I was like, okay, there's a big reveal coming. I wasn't, you know, for sure it was going to be like a sister or anything, but I figured they would be related. And anything goes in Once Upon a Time in terms of who's related to who. At this point, nothing really is going to surprise me, I'm not sure. I don't think anyone will ever top the reveal of Rumpel being Peter Pan's son. That was crazy. And now I'm not sure anything will surprise me in terms of who's related to who or what. So I did kind of think, yeah, they're going to be related. So it was nice to kind of get that confirmation in the same episode that I kind of started having those suspicions. And yeah, a very interesting kind of thing with that, retrospectively adding a half-sister for Regina. We'll see where they go with it. I'm sure we'll get some flashbacks maybe with Rumpel and Zelina, and maybe even have Cora in it as well and explore Zelina getting born and being rejected. But I like that they kind of gave her that backstory and that reason to kind of hate Regina and hate life. She seems to have had a pretty hard go at life, so kind of sucks. Even though green's my favourite colour, I think I'd almost enjoy having green skin. I don't know. I guess we'll never truly know. But I'm sure her life was difficult, so it's nice that we kind of got a bit of backstory for why she'd be so hateful and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with her, because I'm really liking her as a villain so far, and the fact that she brought Rumpel back is just like an added bonus for me appreciating her. So the stakes are high with her. I'm very excited to see where they go with that. And then, yeah, I loved everything with kind of Emma and Henry, and still trying to keep him in the dark and protect him, but, you know, there's more and more instances of threats to Henry kind of thinking what the hell is going on here. Like, it was really nice seeing Mary Margaret and David try to reconnect with Henry and try and reunite with him, but obviously they couldn't tell him who they truly were, and the same with Regina and everyone. Ruby nearly slipping up and calling him Henry when she shouldn't know his name, things like that. I'm sure they're going to continue toying with us like that for a couple of episodes, but I'm hoping Henry does find out sooner rather than later. But I like the idea of us kind of piecing the puzzle together at the same time the characters are, but we're still getting these flashbacks to that year that they've all currently forgotten. It's kind of satisfying in that sense. Like, we're getting this information that they didn't have yet. It's kind of satisfying as an audience member to get that. So I like that we're getting the gaps filled in, even if the characters haven't made that progress themselves yet. I think that's really cool. And speaking of that, I loved the connection in the flashbacks with Regina and Robin. I've already said I love the Robin Hood kind of story and the mythos and all of that. I always have, ever since I was little. There was a show on the BBC, a Robin Hood TV show, and that ran for like 3 series. In the early 2000s, I think it was, maybe mid 2000s, and I got absolutely obsessed with it. I had all the action figures and all sorts. So I'm a big fan of the Robin Hood stuff. I read all the books and things like that. So when he was on the show in the first place, I was like, yes. But now he seems to be getting a bigger role as Regina's maybe love interest and soulmate with the whole thing we had before with Tinkerbell. And they started exploring that in this episode, so I'm very, very excited to see what they do with that. And I really liked the kind of chemistry that they, you know, the actors and the characters had. So hopefully we're going to get a lot more of that in the future. And the fact that Robin is also in Storybook currently means we can get more interaction in present day stuff as well, which I'm very excited for. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with all that as well. But I liked Robin trying to connect with her through like his loss and her loss, you know, them bonding over that was really cool. And I'm sure we'll continue to see that develop, and I'm very, very excited about the future of that, because I really like seeing those two together in this one. I wasn't sure originally when they kind of said, oh yeah, Robin Hood's her soulmate now. I was like, okay. But actually seeing it properly start to play out, I'm actually quite enjoying it and looking forward to seeing where it goes. So yeah, overall, really, really great episode. Absolutely loved it. This season, man. So good. And still have 9 episodes left to enjoy. I'm very, very excited to see where they take things next with these last 9 episodes of the season. But yeah, I just love this episode so, so much. Loved getting more backstory with like Zelina, and that connection with her and Regina should be an interesting thing to explore in further episodes. I liked all the flashbacks we got, all the present day stuff as well. The storybook was really cool, with the flying monkeys and all the pain with Henry and Regina and all of that. And obviously examining how far Regina and Emma have kind of come in their relationship with each other. And obviously all of that side of characters in this episode, like Mary Margaret and David and Hook and all that. They had some nice stuff to do as well. And of course that ending, which is very, very exciting, and I can't wait to see where they go with all that and what Zelina's big plan is and what Rumpel's role in that is going to be. Very, very excited to see more of that. So yeah, fantastic episode, really, really loved it. And I can't wait to see where season 3 is going to continue to go. But yeah, until my next reaction, thanks for watching.